Hey everyone, it's John here from Hot Take Hockey, back with another video, and this video is going to be on Max Pacioretty and the Vegas Golden Knights and potentially some other pieces that could get moved. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe, smash that like button, and leave a comment with your thoughts. I'm back making videos, back live streaming. It's going to be a lot of fun doing World Juniors starting the season January 13th. Hopefully we get the season then. And as I've said on the live stream and previously, I think there's going to be a second wave. I think there's going to be a lot more trades to come. We saw all the moves, the signings, trades happen after the playoffs, and as we get closer to that January 13th start date, I think we're going to get a lot more moves. Mike Hoffman, Anthony Duclair, some of these guys that are still in free agency, and then you got the RFAs and Dubois and Barzal. So those guys, they'll sign, and trades will have to happen to open up space, or just in general to get to a spot where you're under the salary cap. So for the Vegas Golden Knights, they're a team that they're in cap trouble, and Max Pacioretty has been a name that's come up a few times after the playoffs, recently from Frank Saravelli and some other sources, and there's been other names like Jonathan Marchessault, Marc-Andre Fleury, Alec Martinez. There's been guys out there. Right now, the one guy I want to talk about in this video is Max Pacioretty. I'll discuss some of the other names as well. But Pacioretty is the guy I want to focus on, and just some trades that I feel like could go down, some teams that I think could target Max Pacioretty. So we're going to get right into it, starting with the Pittsburgh Penguins. So this is a team that I think doesn't really have the space. They're not the perfect fit, but there's been some rumors around them. And obviously I'm going to talk about a team that's been linked to them, which is the Penguins. It was kind of talked about after the playoffs. They could be looking for a scorer. Pacioretty was linked to them, but then they acquired Kasperi Kapanen. But there's still a possibility where they acquire Pacioretty. I think one of these players, whether it's Pettersson, McCann, Tanev, if you package one of these pieces with maybe a draft pick and then a prospect, maybe the Golden Knights listen. Because if you're thinking about it, for a lot of teams that don't have the space, they're going to want maybe the Golden Knights to retain some of Pacioretty. But in this case, and in maybe other cases, they could just take a salary back that's smaller. Like Brandon Tanev, $3.5 million. You're losing $7 million from Pacioretty. That's a lot more reasonable for Vegas. You're losing the scoring for sure, and Pacioretty has proven to be a consistent 30 to 40 goal scorer in the past. And I would say in any year, you're guaranteed to get 25 goals from him, or at least 20 goals. So I think if you're going to the Pittsburgh Penguins on a line with Malkin and Crosby, you're going to get potentially 30 goals. So it's going to be tough for any team. I think the Penguins are definitely interested. Rutherford's probably interested. I don't know if they can really bring the package together and if the salary makes the most sense, but they're a team that's linked to Pacioretty. The Columbus Blue Jackets. This one makes more sense in my opinion. They have the cap space. Yes, they still have to sign Dubois, but they have cap space with Dubois and more. If Dubois signs maybe a shorter term deal at 7 or 8 per, we don't know what he's going to sign for, but they'll have leftover space. So if they send over, again, a cap hit like David Savard or Boone Jenner, this could work. And right now, the Vegas Golden Knights, after trading Stastny, they need a second-line center. Boone Jenner, while he's probably not the greatest second-line center, you wouldn't see him a second line for many teams, I think he could fit the second-line role for the Golden Knights. So I could see Jenner, Bemstrom, and a pick going back the other way for Pacioretty. I could see it. So I think the Blue Jackets are a possibility. The Vancouver Canucks. This one might be a hot take to some people. I could see it in a scenario where the Vegas Golden Knights take on Brandon Sutter. I could see it where the Canucks get a package going of a draft pick, Levy, Virtanen, and they take back Sutter, or they maybe consider a package where it's Gaudette and Virtanen. I'm not too sure. I think the Canucks do have the space in some sense, but they would want to lose obviously a contract, and that could be Sutter. And here's the thing. Sutter has proven to be a second, third line guy in the past. Is he that anymore? Not necessarily, but maybe he rejuvenates himself with the Golden Knights. I'm just throwing out some hot takes here. I think the Canucks are not the best fit. I think the Blue Jackets so far as we've gone through this is the best fit, but we'll see as these other teams pass through here. So the Carolina Hurricanes, I think this is a great fit. I think Vincent Trocheck would be the guy the Golden Knights would want and would need, the second line center spot. And for me, it could be a Trocheck and maybe a piece for Pacioretty. But maybe the Golden Knights have to include something because of the higher cap hit. Who knows? I think the Pacioretty contract is not entirely risky just because it's not the greatest length of what you'd see from other players. If we're just throwing out names like a John Tavares, that length, or a Brent Burns or Erik Karlsson, it doesn't have that crazy risk factor. I just throw out a whole bunch of names. If I really wanted to get into hot take territory, maybe we see Reimer or Mrazek go to Vegas and Fleury go to Carolina. Maybe that makes the trade easier for Vegas. You send Fleury and Pacioretty to Carolina, you get maybe Reimer, Trocheck, and like Gardner or something. Again, it's a huge hot take, but I think Carolina could be a fit more because I think they want scoring in their top six. They have defensemen to trade, and the goaltending is a huge question mark, and maybe Fleury is a guy that takes away that question mark. Again, it's a hot take, but we'll see. The Minnesota Wild. So this is a team I feel like is not like the greatest fit because I think they are trying to like not take on big contracts. They already have the Parise contract. They already have the Suter contract. And while Pacioretty doesn't have that crazy term to scare you away, I still think like they're not the greatest fit. But they have the players that maybe Vegas would want, and they have somewhat of cap space. So it could work. But in my perspective right now, it's just another team that like maybe inquires about Pacioretty, but maybe like just not the best partner for the Golden Knights. In the Winnipeg Jets. So again, I think they've been trade partners before. I mean, the Stastny trade that went down, I could see something where it's like, again, I'm putting Patrick Laine there. I don't think it was actually Patrick Laine, but like you never know. Maybe the Golden Knights go, hey, we'll take Patrick Laine. And we'll give you maybe a first-round pick. We'll give you a Pacioretty. We'll give you a couple prospects. I know Cody Glass is on the Golden Knights. That's a huge hot take. I don't think it's a fit. So right now, if I could throw out the best fits right now, it would be Carolina, Columbus, and maybe the Nashville Predators. I could see it. I think like with the Pittsburgh Penguins, they're a team that like is in a similar sense. Like they don't have a whole bunch to give. But with the Nashville Predators, they have like some smaller pieces, and then they have like the big cap hits, like the Ryan Johansson and the Matt Duchene. So the Kelly Yarncrow would be the guy that I'd be looking at here. Maybe going back to the Vegas Golden Knights. And he's a guy that could score 15, 20 goals potentially. I think Nashville would want either Vegas to retain or to take a contract. And this is where I have a huge hot take is like, okay, maybe Vegas takes on Ryan Johansson to be that second line center. Nashville retains a couple million or something, or Nashville takes on Fleury. Again, it's a bunch of moving parts there. I don't think that would actually happen. But I do think in terms of just like Yarncrow for maybe like Pacioretty and a prospect or Pacioretty and a pick, Vegas loses that cap space. Nashville gets like a premier goal scorer, like 25, 30 goals, as I said. I think it's possible. So let me know what you think. I know I just kind of went through the trades there. I'm kind of getting back into the trade videos, or at least like the rumor videos. So I want to do this at least once or twice a week, like just based on the rumors, some of the trades I could see. I've done this in the past with the offseason and stuff. And the NHL season's coming soon. So obviously the focus will be more streams for World Juniors and the start of the season, but a lot of videos to come as well. So let me know your video ideas in the comments. Subscribe if you are new. Definitely have the notifications on. Smash the like button. This was John from RPO Bay Adelaide. I'll see you soon. Peace out.